everyone, Sean Clement here, Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, headquarters for Wisdom in Golf. And yes, we're finally outside after a long winter. Got the golf shirt on today. The weather just turned amazingly well. We just opened our golf course today. We got a bunch of smiling faces around. It's a great day. So I'm usually not here on Sundays, but I couldn't stay away. And my wife, thank you very, very much for understanding, dear. So I came over here to do a couple of videos for you guys, enjoy the weather, see, meet and greet some people that I haven't seen all winter. So today, we are continuing on our quest with Brandel Chambly's book, The Anatomy of Greatness. You gotta get yourself a copy, okay? Yes, I'm not trying to threaten you, we're doing, you're gonna just do yourself an incredible favor, because not only is the book gonna help you out, but we're going to go chapter by chapter and validate and expand on the findings that Brandel has come up with, and I tell you, my hat is off to Brandel for coming out with this, because I've been fighting tooth and nail for everyone for the last 25 years, and for those of you who have taken on full-fledged with Wisdom in Golf, you're seeing the benefits of that, and we don't let go. We're there for full support. We have a premium channel. We have the video series. We've got the YouTube videos every single week to help you, and we answer your questions. We answer all that stuff. We have our facility here in Toronto, and and I've had the great fortune of meeting many of you on the road. So, without further ado, we're talking about Alex Morrison, who is the greatest teacher of his time, and he influenced Bobby Jones, Henry Picard, who later on influenced Ben Hogan, and also Jack Grout. So you look at the roots that have expanded into greatness, okay? And that's why we call it Anatomy of Greatness. And if you look at Alex Morrison's grip when you first see his picture, and you see this incredibly strong grip, that right hand underneath, left hand on top. If he had a fifth knuckle, he would have exposed that fifth knuckle on his left hand, and that so-called V on his right hand would have pointed to a third shoulder over here. And a lot of my students at first, because many of my students that come to see me at first don't have anywhere near as strong a grip as they need. So when we talk about strong grip, we're talking about a dynamically square club face, okay? And as soon as we put them into that position and they understand how to tilt the head, they go, wow, this is really weird. So I can't wait for them to say that, because then I get my trusty hammer. So if you get your hammer right now and you get yourself a little piece of wood, and imagine I'm going to hammer a nail straight down into that piece of wood. So you notice the position that my head is adapting right now, and you notice how level my shoulders are, because I'm getting ready to drive down this way. And you see a lot of people on the range that way, don't you, with the head tilted forward and getting ready to hit at the ball. Well, let's say that door frame, or that nail, was horizontal in the door frame. So now I take this, and every one of my students does it exactly the same way. Not one of them in the last 30 years has failed to do this. I say, okay, hammer it to the side, and then they do this way. Notice they haven't changed the grip on the hammer, because instinctively, if we look, I'm gonna see if I can put a picture of Scully's forearm in there and see if Matt can put it in there for you. The radius and the ulna, right, the two bones of your forearm, stack up. So right now they're stacked on top of each other for compression, and you'll notice the way that the tubular aspect of the bone, very strong in this manner, very weak in this manner. Okay, so if you have a weak grip, that's because you're getting ready to hit at the ball instead of at the target. So we take the hammer and we get ready to hammer this way. So right away, notice how my right shoulders went down. My right shoulder's lower than my left shoulder. My head is tilted, because this would be the most powerful way I could drive a nail horizontally into that door frame. So, vertical, horizontal. Now we've got a very powerful movement into the ball. So notice if my right hand is under like this, if I did it with both hands, it would look like Stay there, you. Okay? It would look like this. So if I'm splitting wood with an axe, this is what it would look like. So if I take my vertical position and I go there, well, now look at that. See how my left hand's more on top, my right hand's more underneath? You'll see Alex Morrison's grip that way. Plus, you're going to see Paul Azinger, John Daly. You're going to see so many players on tour with a super strong grip, or at least a strongish grip. Matt Kuchar, the list goes on and on. So, it's not that they know something you don't, it's because they're focusing on something you're not. You're focusing on making sure you're going to hit the ball, and they're focusing on making sure they put the ball next to the target, or inside the hole, which is the ultimate target, right? Okay. So now, we take this away, and then we put a ball down. So imagine my door frame there, and I'm getting ready. So this would be my grip to split the wood this way. Now watch as I take my position. I'm going to let my hands come around. There we go. Now it feels like I can drive the nail through the door frame and out to the target. It really is that simple. So have a look at my hammer through video. You'll see another one entitled Farm Hammer. I got that big freaking hammer that I'm hammering into a tree trunk with. So I'm going to find my target. So first things first, if you don't have a target, you don't have a compass for your golf swing, okay? Then your brain just doesn't know what direction you want that shot to go on. So let's say we got our flags now. I'm going to go fade from red flag to white flag. I pick an intermediate point in front of the ball. I got a little hole in the mat there where the tee is normally. I'm going to go a ball and a half left of that, and that represents my red flag. So I get set. I play the ball here forward to center, close the face a little bit less, and now I feel that I'm swinging about a ball and a half left of that hole. So I look out there and I see the picture. I'm not trying to reconfirm my alignment from there. I see the picture of red to white. Now all I want to do is use the weight of my hammer to squeeze that nail through the door frame in the direction of the red flag. That's not going to red. That's not going to red. If I was doing that into the door frame, I'll show you in a sec here. I'm just going to hit my shot. That's red, and that is spot on red, fading back towards white. Couldn't have hit it better. First shot of the day. So right out of the gate, when you're warming up, make sure you have a target. Okay? Right out of the gate, you're warming up your brain at the same time. So if we take that door frame, all I'm doing is basically lining up the door frame, a ball and a half left of that, and I'm going to take that hammer back. So notice how I'm taking my hammer back. I'm going to be driving the nail left edge of that. That's too far inside. That's too far outside. I'm bending the nail. I'm driving the nail in the direction of the red flag. It really is that simple, okay? So, out of the gate, Alex Morrison, super strong grip. There's a reason for that. It's the only way we can get to a target. Now, many of you have stronger or weaker tendons and muscles in your hands. Some are tighter than others. So we're working our way from, in between neutral and super strong. Somewhere in there, you'll have the wherewithal to get to the target. The best way to go about it is find your target, deliver the weight of the hammer. So when I'm using my swing, I'm feeling the weight of my hammer here, and I'm going to use the weight of the hammer to pummel that nail in the direction of that red flag. So once I've set up, red flag to white, yes, that fits, check, feel the weight of the hammer, deliver the weight of the hammer, left of that intermediate point to red, left of that, red to white, fantastic. So I can see my fade is perfect. It started on red, landed between red and white, then it's going to cozy itself up to the flag. Then I know my grip club relationship is exactly where it needs to be. So if it faded too much, using the weight of that intermediate, using the weight of my hammer, Then I'm gonna, you want to see a pattern first, hit 2 or 3 shots, and if they all go a little too far right and fade a little too much, and you feel that the momentum is staying to the left of that intermediate point, then you know your grip-club relationship is a little too weak. And if it doesn't fade at all, if it draws or stays straight, then you can, make that a little more open, make it a little weaker, okay? Enjoy that. We'll see you in the next chapter.